What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including when is Roman Reigns returning to WWE, another accusation made against Vince McMahon, Drew McIntyre back from injury, a WWE star's contract ends this Friday, is another superstar leaving WWE, a former superstar accuses WWE of stealing a gimmick, Brock Lesnar spotted in public, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia XL. Now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. Now our first story looks at when is Roman Reigns returning to WWE. Atop of today's news is the latest on Roman Reigns' WWE status, particularly when he's expected back, whether he'll return as a babyface or a heel. The WWE Universe has made it well known that they want the former undisputed WWE Champion back, but so far, the only mention of him has been by Solo Sikoa, who seems to have taken control of a new bloodline. And now new reports suggest Reigns could be back very soon, but for how long remains in doubt, as he's reportedly set to begin a Hollywood project. Dave Meltzer recently discussed Roman's return and whether he'll be back as a heel character or he'll turn babyface. Heyman and Roman are being turned babyface by the audience. They make it clear that he's coming back soon, so I figure that's probably in July. Reigns has been off WWE TV since WrestleMania 40, but he's not wanting for work. According to a quick review of the Internet Movie Database, Roman finished working in Keanu Reeves' film Action Force, which is in pre-production. Roman is also listed for a second film, Good Fortune, which is in pre-production. The head of the table could find himself in demand for more movie roles depending on how the studio executives gauge his performance. Would you guys like to see Roman Reigns branch out into movies, or should he stay in WWE? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, another assault accusation made against Vince McMahon. A former WWE talent is accusing Vince McMahon of making unwanted advances towards her. Missy Hyatt, who had a brief run in the WWF, recently discussed an alleged incident involving herself and Vince McMahon. Hyatt, a successful manager in World Class Championship Wrestling and Bill Watts' Universal Wrestling Federation, was brought into the WWF in 1987 to do a talk segment called Missy's Manor. Several segments were taped and this can be found online, but they never aired, with rumors WWF management wasn't happy with how they turned out. Instead, Hyatt was reportedly asked to play a Federate, a combination cheerleader and in-ring girl who took wrestlers' ropes and was there to be eye candy. Wrestling lore has it that Hyatt passed on the Federate role and Hyatt left the WWF, eventually working for WCW, and now she's accusing McMahon of making unwanted advances during her time in WWF. Missy spoke with James Romero of the Wrestling Shoot interviews and alleged, "I had to push Vince out of my hotel room because he was trying to stick his tongue in my mouth. After I did that, the next thing I know, they wanted me to be a Federate. I'm like, I don't want to be a Federate. Oh well, we're gonna do something with you and the honky tonk man. This, that, and the other, blah blah blah, I didn't trust him. So I left and I had to go beg Jim Crockett and Dusty Rhodes for a job." Hyatt also noted she might have been inclined for some romance with McMahon, save for two factors. The night he walked into my hotel room, he was trying to get in, and I was pushing him out saying, "Get out." I was engaged at the time. If I wasn't engaged, maybe. But he had such bad teeth, and it's like, you're a millionaire many times over and you can't get your teeth fixed? He's got really bad teeth. Do you think more accusations will emerge as more people share their past alleged interactions with Vince McMahon? Next up, Drew McIntyre back from injury. It's good news for Drew McIntyre fans, as the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship has returned to the ring after missing matches due to a fractured elbow he suffered at WrestleMania 40. As we noted earlier this week, Drew worked a dark match on the 31st May SmackDown, and now Wrestling News Andrew Ravens reports the following night at a Saturday Live event in White Plains, New York, McIntyre worked a triple threat bout where he and Jay put Priest over with the world title on the line. Now, Drew is set to challenge Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship at Clash at the Castle, Scotland on 15th June. Next up, Uncle Howdy hacks WWE. Did Uncle Howdy hack into WWE.com? Fans took notice recently when an image of what appears to be Howdy appeared on WWE.com along with another QR code. This time the QR code takes viewers to an archived WWE.com webpage that resembles an old school webpage from the 90s. The homepage begins with this message: "They're talking about us now. We finally got their attention. Let us savor this, and we will show you signs and wonders." The webpage leads to other pages with other messages sure to get fans talking about what appears to be Uncle Howdy's arrival. Just when he shows up is anyone's guess, the universe is content to try and unravel the clues. Next up, a WWE star's contract ends this Friday. Now is Chad Gable leaving the WWE? The Alpha Academy leader has a major role on Raw over the last several months, including his recent feud with Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn. However, Gable could be gone from WWE by the end of this week. Fightful Select Sean Ross Sapp recently discussed Gable's contract status, saying, "Chad Gable's contract is up Friday, this upcoming Friday. He has factored huge into WWE plans and thus far does not have a new contract. He's expected to get offers from both companies if he hits that area. I don't know if WWE made him an official offer. Based on what other people I've heard they have made offers on, I would be surprised if they didn't. That's one to monitor. He's got an awful lot of leverage right now. Gable's current storyline, where he appears to be losing support from his Alpha Academy students due to his bullying tactics, has been one of Raw's highlights, and while it could be wrapped up in 1 week, it would seem rushed. Wrestlers have worked without contracts while negotiating new deals, so it's conceivable Gable could stay in the WWE while he decides what's next. He could also stay with the company until the WWE works out a storyline to send him off if he chooses to work elsewhere. Given the way they've booked Gable, it's unlikely the company sees him as a singles champion, although he definitely does well as a contender. It's unknown if Gable is interested in the prestige of the title or he's content with his current position. There are other factors to consider, whether Gable wants to work in a new promotion or if he wants time off to recharge. Do you want Chad Gable to stay in the WWE? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, another superstar leaving WWE. Chad Gable is just one of several superstars whose contracts are ending soon. Sean Ross Sapp also commented on Ricochet's WWE status, saying he signed a 5-year deal in 2019. I know he's got interest from outside of WWE. I know for a fact he absolutely does. Will Ospreay was even open in an interview last week saying he'd love to face him again, and at least his contract is up soon. Like Gable, Ricochet has options outside the WWE. Whether he takes them remains to be seen. Although he has a singles title run, that with the Speed Championship, his pushes have been all over the place, with him working extended periods as a mid-card act and occasional stops at the upper card. Would you guys want him to stay? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, a former superstar accuses WWE of stealing a gimmick. Did the WWE steal a former superstar's idea and give it to another superstar? Well, that's a claim coming from former superstar Elias, who recently sat down with Metro UK's Alistair McGeorge and revealed, "I was always coming up with different characters, way to evolve Elias into the next thing. There was a character that I really thought could have been incredible myself. It was a Monday Night Messiah, and if you realize, Seth Rollins and AOP ended up, for the lack of better terms, they just gave it to those guys." Elias made it clear that there's no bad blood between himself and Rollins, and he noted that it's not uncommon for WWE to take pictures and give them to other superstars based on the company's perception of marketability. There's guys that are just getting paid more or getting put more in the spotlight, and they might want to put the resources into those guys. It's no discredit to Seth, the guy's absolutely incredible. But this is that's how the system works. You know what I mean? That's the risk you take giving these guys ideas. Elias, who was released in September 2023, made the most of things in WWE, working with whatever was thrown his way when it came to storylines. Sadly, the WWE never seemed to know what to do other than have him play his guitar, get attacked, then squashed in a subsequent match. What's perhaps the most telling part of WWE's failure to push him was when the WWE brought in Elias's kayfabe brother Ezekiel, and the character connected with fans just as much, if not more than Elias. What do you guys think of his claim, and do you think he could have pulled off the Monday Night Messiah gimmick? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Brock Lesnar spotted in public. And what is going on with Brock Lesnar? Fans have been asking for answers ever since Lesnar disappeared from TV following Janelle Grant's lawsuit against Vince McMahon, John Laurinaitis, and the WWE. Although Lesnar's name has been mentioned on TV, there are no reports the WWE intends to bring him back in the immediate future. However, that doesn't mean that Lesnar has been off in the woods chilling with Bigfoot. A recent photo shows Lesnar attending his son's hockey game, which suggests he's making the most of his time off from WWE. Do you guys miss him? Let us know in the comments down below. And finally, Alexa Bliss shows off bandaged nose. And last but not least, Alexa Bliss may have suffered a nose injury. The beloved WWE superstar recently shared a photo of her Instagram story revealing what may have been a bandaged nose. Whatever the case, we send our best to Alexa Bliss. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.